It's Nikki Mallard here for my second YouTube video. Last time I looked, I'd had 19 views on last week's video, which when I look back was awful. It was so wobbly and it made me feel sick, so I suspect it probably made you guys feel sick, so I'm not surprised I only had 19 views. But anyway, I'm here for a second video because I thought, why not? So it's Thursday evening and goodness, I don't even know what the date is. It's the second week of lockdown, I can tell you that, Thursday. And first things first, I ordered a Christmas mug. Look at this. It's got my lipstick on it, apologies. I couldn't resist it. I'm quite fussy about what I drink my tea out of. And it has to be a certain type of china. I don't like things that are too thick. I feel like that's just too buildery. So this was £3.99 from H&M, which I ordered online, and it came literally the next day. No postage and packing. Can't argue with that. So I'm very happy with that. Sorry if my slurping's really loud. So I went to Poundland yesterday in an attempt to try and get some activities to do with the children this weekend. And because we're still in lockdown and I don't know what the weather's going to do, I thought it'd be nice to get some arts and crafts ready. And also, I'm just wondering if I just tilt the camera down slightly, that might be better. Yeah, I think that is a little bit better. Oops, too much. There we go. I think it's so hard to get it right angle. There we go, that's better. Yeah, so with Christmas coming up, I thought that we could maybe do some upcycling of decorations and put those in the kids' bedrooms, which would be nice. And to be honest, it's getting quite late now. I'm going to be doing tea soon, and then it'll be bath and stories and what have you. So I might film this in sections because it's probably going to be an evening process. But I'll start now and show you what I got first of all. So the first thing I wanted to show you, which you might have seen on other people's channels, is this really cute Christmas tree box. I haven't put batteries in it yet, but it does light up, and I bought 2 of those, and I really like their kind of Scandi, Norwegian-y, Christmassy vibe. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to upcycle these yet. I'm still debating it. But I do want to upcycle them somehow, even if it's maybe just adding some sparkle to the trees. But I don't know, but when I do, I will film it so you can see what I do. I think from memory, this was £3, which I think is amazing for, you know, a wooden box with electrics in it. I think that's amazing. So yeah, that's item number 1. Item number 2, I bought 4 of these Christmas decorations, otherwise known as mistletoe. Apparently we're not going to be kissing under it this year because of social distancing, bar humbug. So I bought 4 of these, and I'm going to make a little, well, you're going to see what I'm going to make with that, but I know what I'm going to do with that, and I'm going to make them into bases for something to go in. Hold that thought. I bought a couple, I think 3 of these snowflakes, and they came in a packet, so I think I must have paid £1 for a pack of 3. And again, I'm going to upcycle them. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with them yet, but I bought them and we'll see what I do with them. And I bought 2 packets of ribbon, £1 each. Again, not sure what I'm going to use them for, but I will use them. So there we go, brilliant. They have this really good sparkle paint glitter. And I just thought, you know, we always need glitter in our lives, so I'm sure I can be adding some of this to some decorations. So I bought a couple of packs of that. I bought quite a few of these diamante bows, and I think it was £1 for 2. I can't 100% remember. I'm pretty sure it was £1 for 2. And again, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it, but I will definitely be using it in some kind of artsy craftsy something. So we'll decide on that later. They also had these Daler & Rowney acrylic metallic pens. So it's paint, but in a pen. So I suppose a little bit like a gold and silver marker pen, but I think it'll be more dramatic because they're paint. But I think it will make it easier to use. So £1 each, that was really good. And then I bought a lot of these adhesive gems. I bought some in silver, some rainbow ones, and some gold ones. And again, I'm not 100% sure what I'm using them for, but I will definitely use them. 2 lots of ribbons. It's the stiff kind of ribbon that you can tie and it will stay in place. I bought silver and gold of that. And I bought 2 little stags, red and gold. Sorry, red and green. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave these this colour because I know they are traditional Christmas, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to upcycle them or not. So again, to be confirmed. But these were £2 each, which again I think is very reasonable. What else have I got to show you? Now these I'm definitely upcycling. These were, I think, these were either £3 or £5. I want to say £5 maybe. Which again, when you think about, you know, they've cut a wooden star out, they are going to be illuminated, but they don't come with batteries, so I need to put some batteries in. And again, although they've gone for the kind of Scandi look, for me with Christmas more is more, so I'm going to be adding a lot more to this, and definitely blinging it up a bit, probably spray painting it, just to give it a little bit of zhuzh. So that is that one. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is my bauble wreath. I think it's so lovely. I love it. It was £5, and which again is really reasonable. You can get these for so much money from goodness knows where, all sorts of places. But you can in places see the polystyrene wreath underneath. So, ooh, wreath underneath. I'm probably going to be adding to this in some way. And again, it's Christmas, more is more. So yeah, it's kind of a work in progress, and I'm going to be filming as I go. Quite often with arts and crafts, I make it up as I go along, and I just let things evolve. And I get everything out of the craft cupboard. I get all the paints out, spray paints, glitter, glue, and I just see where I end up. So yes. In case you're wondering, the artwork behind me is our family art wall, and we started this tradition when we moved into this house. So we would have started this 5 years ago because we had been in the house a year, well, nearly a year, I think, when we first started it. So Tristan would have been 3 and Sienna would have been 2. And so Tristan's first ever painting was that strawberry, which I just think so cute for a 3-year-old, and he totally knew he wanted to do that. Sienna was too little at the time, so we just did kind of hands and footprints for Sienna, and her first one when she was 2 is that one there, and my first one was this one here, and you can't read it, probably it's too far away, but it says the sun always shines the sun always shines in Southbourne, which is where we live, which is just outside Bournemouth. And it was so exciting for us to move down from Greater London and be near the beach. And just, yeah, it was just such a lovely move that we were able to make. So we were very excited about that. And then my hubby's photo from painting from year 1 is that one there. And his painting was actually hidden by another painting because his was so bad. We decided to put another painting on top that the children had done, and we put some glitter on it just so it didn't totally ruin our art wall. But my hubby Martin has upped his game in years to come, and if it's remotely of interest, I can talk you through the next years ahead as we do them year by year. But if I move my head this way, the end of this wall is this year's that we've just done. So the very top picture is mine, and that was the end of our road where we walked the dog. There are lots of beautiful wild flowers. So that's what inspired me, all our walks in lockdown. Sorry, I just need a drink. And there are actually some real flowers in that had fallen on the ground, and I brought back and I pressed them. And then I glued them onto the picture because I just felt like 2020 has been such a, well, we all know what it's been, but I just felt like, right, let's stick a flower on there and let's have that as a 2020, you know, moment in time. Tristan's was this one, and he was inspired by a project he did at school, and this is based on Chagall painting. I hope I've said that correctly. Sienna's was inspired by, oh, Sienna, what was the name of the programme that you based your painting on? This year's painting, what was it based on, baby? Super Monsters, yes. So Sienna on Netflix watches Super Monsters, and so she based her painting on Super Monsters, and that's the same character. One is in the day and then one is at night. Well, do you know what the character is, Sienna? Zoe. So it's Zoe in the day, and then Zoe when she becomes a super monster at night. And then, oh yeah, so Martin's is this one here, which is the kids in the sea, because we spent so much time in the sea this year because of lockdown, and because we were so lucky with such amazing weather, and because we live near the beach, we spent all our time down there. We hired a beach hut for a month, which was brilliant in that heat wave, and we just spent loads of time in the sea, and the kids became really strong, confident swimmers, and yeah, we just couldn't get them out of the sea. We'd be down there till ridiculous o'clock, which was kind of good because everyone came back shattered and slept very well. But that was our summer, living on the beach, and it was lovely. So yes, that's kind of this year, and that's kind of the start, and then there's various years in between, so I hope I'm not boring you, but I just thought I would put that into context. And yeah, I got the idea from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and it was Gigi Hadid's mum, Yolanda. She had done it in her house, and I just thought it was a really cool idea, and I thought, well, if it's good enough for Gigi, it's good enough for my kids. So yeah, that's what gave me the idea, and I love it. It's become a real talking point. Everyone who comes into the house notices it, and we talk through the different artwork and who's done what, and people have a guess at which one of us has created which artwork piece. So there we go. So I'm going to stop the video here. I'm going to start doing my arts and crafts, which I will film, and then I'll probably do like a voiceover, I think, maybe, as to what I do, and then I'll show you them at the end. I think that's probably the best thing. Otherwise this video will be 4 hours long and nobody's going to watch that. So I'm going to sign off, and then I will cut to me doing some artsy crafts. Okay, here we go to cutting to that point. Good morning, YouTubers. So, oh, I had an epic fail. So basically, I did do my mistletoe wreaths, which I'll insert, so you'll have seen that. And then it got really late, and my husband and I are in the middle of watching, oh God, what's it called? The Morning Show, that's what it's called, on Apple TV, because I just got a new iPhone. I always get a new iPhone just before they bring out the new iPhone. So I've just got the iPhone 11 Pro Plus Max. And I just thought, oh my God, I'm so cool. And then, yeah, like the next week they brought out the 12. So I always do that. Anyway, but a perk of that was I got a year's free Apple TV. I think it was a year, or is it 6 months? But anyhow, I got it free. So we've downloaded it and we've started watching The Morning Show, which has got Reese Witherspoon, who, oh, love Reese. She's so lovely. And I actually went to a film premiere and I got to see her, although I was miles away and she was about that big on stage. But nonetheless, I was in the same room with Reese Witherspoon. And that was thanks to my friend Donna, who invited me. Thanks, Donna, aka Sulky Doll. Anyway, I digress. It's got Jennifer Aniston and Steve Carell. It's really good. I'm only into episode 3. But yeah, every night we're like, oh, should we just watch one more? So anyway, I didn't do any more arts and crafts because that was it. I watched an episode of that and then I went to bed. So I've totally missed my 10 o'clock deadline of uploading this video, which I said I was going to do every Friday, and it's only week 1 and I've already missed the deadline. So I think what I might do is say I'm going to aim to upload my videos every Friday, and that gives me until midnight because I am quite often quite last minute. And the thing is, in my defence, this morning I had to do the school run, walk the dog, and then when I got home, one of the kids, I think, I don't know whether it was their trainers or their shoes, but they had walked mud through the entire house. So I had to hoover the entire house. And yeah, you know what it's like. It's just life, isn't it? So anyway, I am now back to artsy craftying. Before I start, because I'm just going to video what I do and then maybe show you at the end what it looks like. Sienna and Tristan have decided that these are for them and they're going in their bedrooms. And I did buy them a little kind of tacky tinsel Santa in a sleigh. And we're going to do like a little Christmas display in their room, just to keep us entertained in lockdown. So I can't really say no. So I'm not going to be upcycling them after all that. But anyway, just thought I'd tell you that in case you wonder what happens to them. And now I shall probably insert what I'm going to do next. I should just say, when you've looked at the video of my candles, they were also from Poundland, and I think I forgot to show them. I've got a feeling, I really can't remember how much they were. They might not have been £1. They may have been 2 or 3, but nonetheless, they were still really reasonable. But they might have been £1. Anyway, they came in a pack of 3. And the lanterns I already had. I had them for years. I think originally they might have been from somewhere like Dunelm or The Range, but I've had them a really long time. And I spray painted these snowflakes as a base to then hot glue the candles on, to then wrap the mistletoe around, and then realised that these weren't going to fit in the lantern. So I then had to snap the edges of the snowflakes off to get it into the lantern, which you'll kind of see in what you've just watched. So I've only got one of these left now, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. But anyway, I just thought I'd explain that in case you were like, what has she done? And now I will insert my next bit of artsy craftsy that I'm going to do. I think I'm going to, I've pulled apart a wreath that I made in the summer, and I made the wreath out of just like old faux flower decorations. So at the moment they're all looking quite spring and summery. So I'm probably going to make these look a bit more wintry by painting them and putting some sparkles on them. And then somehow I'm going to attach them to that. I've got some gardening wire, so I'll attach them with some gardening wire. And I'm going to paint this, I think, or I might spray paint it, which might be quicker. But for now, I'm going to start artsy craftsy while the children are at school, and I'm going to put some Christmas music on and continue drinking out of my Christmas mug. I've got a nice warm coffee. And oh, it's lovely. It's really sunny outside and it's just nice. The house is nice and quiet, and I'm just gonna have a bit of me time being creative. And yeah, here we go. I hope you enjoy. So I thought I might as well just explain what I'm doing. So I'm just whitewashing the wood. So I've mixed some acrylic paint and just diluted it with some water, just so that the paint isn't quite so thick and you get a little bit of the grain of the wood coming through. That's the plan. And then I think what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of PVA on the top, or spray mount, one or t'other, haven't decided which. And then sprinkle some glitter on, because we all know, or you will soon know, that I love anything that has glitter on it. And the world is a better place with glitter. But obviously safe glitter that you can now get that is environmentally friendly, not glitter that we had, I don't know how many years ago, probably not that long ago, that didn't biodegrade and ended up in our oceans, which is obviously not great. But you know, we didn't know any better then, but we do now. So yeah, you can get it on Amazon if you didn't know that. Biodegradable glitter. So we don't have to end up with it in our water system, which is always good. So I'm going in the inside bits as well. I don't know, you can't really see what I'm doing because of the angle. But yeah, I mean, it's just a fluffy brush in the inside bits of the wood. Thought I'd just insert this bit actually. I'm just whitening up the fir cones so that they look like they've got snow on it. So for that, I just don't have very much paint on my brush, and I just brush downwards so that the paint catches on the fir cones as if it was snow that has just fallen. And it just looks a bit more Christmassy. And obviously, once that's dry, I can also put some sparkles on. Hi! So the children are home from school, so I'm probably going to call it a day now because it'll be carnage. I think we're going out for a dog walk. So I thought I would show you everything as it is now, and then I'll take a picture of it when it gets dark with the lights on. But this is the triangular Christmas tree shaped one. I'm going to add some fake snow. You can see I've started doing it there. I'm going to put some hot glue on there to stick that down. And then this is what the star is looking like. I've added some faux flowers and some sequins and glitter and some faux leaves. And Betsy is barking again in the background. So it's probably time for me to sign off. Thank you for watching my videos. My name's Nikki Mullard. I'd love it if you could like and subscribe, as my channel is new. It would really help. And seeming as Betsy is making so much noise, I feel like that's her way of saying goodbye as well. So I'll insert at the end of this video, I'll insert pictures of everything set up with the lights on. But I will just show you Betsy as she's desperately trying to crash this video. Right, Bets, you gonna say bye-bye?